most anticipated films of 2025. I found many articles tackling this topic. Here's one here from, I'm not familiar with this site, Cinelinx, most anticipated films of 2025. Here it is. The obvious ones, they feature Superman 28 days later, or 28 years later, Mission Impossible, Thunderbolts. So they've got their own list, and I have thoughts, and I have a graphic that might be better illustrate this, but I'll go through this article from Cinelinx. That's links with an X. Avatar Fire and Ash coming out in the fall. It will be huge. I predict huge. And then people will forget about it. So Jurassic World Rebirth, 28 years later, Thunderbolts, Avatar Fire and Ash, Superman, and honorable mentions, Mortal Kombat 2, Captain America Brave New World, Mickey 17. That one looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, John Wick Ballerina, and then Wicked Part 2 as well. These are, I guess they had their editors go through and make a list of their favorites. I think the main thing can be summed up in a graphic, which from IMDB, which I found, which I thought was very helpful. Here is theirs. Their most anticipated. A couple of these I really don't care about. Number one is Superman. I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
That is, but the problem with that is it's starting to feel like a DC Universe movie featuring Superman, but not a Superman movie. He's reintroducing the entire universe and doing it with the tone of a James Gunn film, which I have no problem with. But that's for me definitely in my top. So top three, I'd say. Alan, what do you think?
Regarding Superman, the mistake was that last trailer. Again, we were, it really needed to floor everybody. It needed to, like I said, hit a home run, and it hit a double instead. And look, Fantastic Four, you need to this next trailer you're going to put out, it needs to be the greatest trailer ever made.
Well, yeah, they haven't put it out. They haven't put out a Fantastic Four trailer. I guarantee it'll be in front of Captain America Brave New World, because by then it'll be 5 months out.
Yeah.
And we saw quite a bit in Hall H. They showed.
Yeah, no, all I'll say is, you're right. If Captain America Brave New World wants to make money, put the Fantastic Four trailer in front of it. Don't put it on YouTube. That would get me
to go see it more than once.
Yeah,
but I'll just say that all I have wanted in my lifetime is a good Fantastic Four movie. They've done so many versions of the FF, and I don't think any one of them is right. They got elements, but it is not. And the last one was
by
Josh Trank.
Yeah,
it went kind of darker. Like, I guess the comics have done a version where it's like body horror. I did not like that at all.
And didn't the studio
might be the worst
or something? I think the studio took over from it.
Yeah, it was taken away from Josh Trank, and he was shit talking it before it came out.
Yeah. So, well, you interviewed him for his movie Capote, and Capone. That's right, Capone. And it sounded like that Capone, the movie, and its tones, and if you watch it, you'll understand, was his catharsis for his or experience.
Right.
I've read the Fantastic Four, and like Superman or like Batman, it should be a TV series versus a movie.
Yeah, I agree. It's more episodic, it would be better like a 1 hour long Doctor Who like adventures through
the cartoon series, like the animated series.
Make it like it's always adventures, but you have to tell the origin in a flashback, just like the comics did for like the first 50 issues. They would retell the origin of the FF. So it's definitely maybe more anticipated for me, but it may be the first sign of Marvel getting back on track. I think it's as important to Marvel as Superman is to DC.
Yeah, but I'll say that Fantastic Four, I've always felt it's going to be difficult to make a movie with the Fantastic Four. You know, like I said, it's easier to make a Superman movie than it is to make a Fantastic Four movie, to make people care about this family. It's like I wanted to succeed so badly, but I can see it failing real easily. So look, my advice to Marvel is, when you put that first trailer out in front of Captain America: Brave New World, it's got to hit that home run. It's got to hit a grand slam. Otherwise, you're in trouble. It's just not a good way to build momentum for this movie.
Well, I'll just say this: I think Marvel has more experience in making blockbusters, and Deadpool and Wolverine was a hit. I mean, mostly due to, of course, Ryan Reynolds. But I would just say that Fantastic Four has to do well. It'll show Marvel's back on track.
It has to do great. It has to do great.
Yeah, it has to be great. And Superman cannot be a good movie. It has to be great. Number 2, 28 years later, I'm all about it.
The trailer alone.
I don't want to see that trailer was a home run.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't super excited until I saw the trailer.
Yeah. It's just, it does everything it needs to do. It just tells the audience, what the hell is this? And I need to see what it is.
Now let me tell you the ones I don't care about. How to Train Your Dragon. Do not care at all. Minecraft movie is a miss. I mean, that trailer alone was terrible.
What's number 5? You're covering.
I'll scroll down. It's Thunderbolts. Mission Impossible. But Snow White. I know I don't care. We already know it will be bad based on everything we've seen. But it's going to build YouTube channels at this point. I think
it'll be an event film.
And Captain America: Brave New World, which is teetering on, is it 2 hours and 40-minute runtime? It's almost 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
It's been reported. It's long. I don't care. I am dreading it. Like Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2. I dreaded that movie, and it even was below my expectations. And this should be the same. I also think that they're trying out concepts that failed in the comics, hoping to improve them. There's a reason they failed in the comics. There's a reason that Sam Wilson, Captain America, did not resonate. There's a reason Red Hulk didn't work. So we're going to see it, but I'm dreading it. All the news has been bad. What's it say, the running time?
It says 2 hours, 4 minutes.
4
minutes. 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Maybe they changed it, or maybe it hasn't.
Well, I mean, look, they're probably still re-editing it now. One of the things that happened out of San Diego Comic-Con was they brought the cast out. They brought Giancarlo Esposito.
Right.
And then he winds up talking about how he never met the other cast members until now. Which
right.
tells you his role in the movie. It's like taking a pile of shit and trying to make prettier shit out of it. And that just seems to be what they're doing, is they're throwing more money at it. And Disney needs to just do what they did with Flash. Stop throwing more money at it and just put the damn movie out and let the chips fall where they may.
Right. Jurassic World Rebirth, don't care. There hasn't been a great I like Jurassic World, the first one. It felt almost like a proper sequel to the first movie. The legacy of the first movie.
You're talking about the first Jurassic World.
Correct. It was, kind of a sequel to, it was it's another movie, and I know there was Jurassic Park 2 and 3 and all of them are lesser films.
Well, I mean, the best thing about Jurassic Park World was they actually built the theme park.
Right.
I mean, that's
Functioning.
yeah, that should be what the sequel should have been. Look, there's only one reason people are going to see Jurassic World Rebirth, and that's Scarlett Johansson.
I don't know if that's the only reason. I love
Why
those
would you?
AI
What other
things.
reason would you want to see that movie?
Well, true, because I like her as an action hero.
Exactly.
I think she's very good. She's great as Black Widow.
Yeah, because we know nothing of this story. It's probably going to be a rehash of everything. Hey, there's a world where dinosaurs are existing. You know, we need to go there, go in, get something, and then get it back out. You know, I know nothing of the story. All I know is the title and that Scarlett Johansson is in it.
Yeah, this list is now Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. That I'm really interested because hearing about the crazy stuff that happened on set was nuts. I mean, people nearly died. It's just the thing, all the stuff with the sub, and I think those movies are really entertaining. I think also the first movie, the part one of this story, kind of underwhelmed, you know, at the box office. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't great.
Right. So, and I know that Tom Cruise, this will be the last time he plays this character. So I think he could end up dying in this. His character may end up dying. Who knows?
He's going to pull a James Bond. Is that?
He might, and then pass the torch off to Glenn Howerton. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
and then Haley Atwell's in it. So
I always liked her. So it's a good list. You know, I'd say half these movies I am looking forward to. The other half don't care. Maybe 4 of these movies: Superman, 28 Years Later, Fantastic Four, and Mission Impossible are my picks. And Thunderbolts, I keep hearing great stuff about Thunderbolts. I think it's because no one has any expectation for what it is.
I think you're right. And you know, good on them if it's good. But what we do know is it's inconsequential to the MCU.
Yeah.
And the other thing about How to Train Your Dragon, you know, if you're going to do a shot-for-shot remake of a computer-generated animated movie, why are you doing a shot-for-shot remake of a computer animated movie?
It doesn't make sense.
The scene that I saw it's the exact same scene from the animated feature. You just swapped out the main character with a human.
Right. It's kind of like those old Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, those movies where they have animation mixed with real people. That's all this is.
Yeah.
Right. Because the designs of the dragons are right out of the animated movie.
Yeah. And I guess the report is that the original director of the cartoon came back because he was afraid someone else was going to get hired and screwed it up. And if they're going to make the movie anyways, he might as well get involved and try to do it right. But this is one of those movies of we don't need this because we already have the perfect version of it.
I would also add Avatar 3 to my list. I enjoy those movies. I don't think about it. I don't buy merch. I don't care. I enjoy the experience of watching them. It's literally a theme park ride. Those movies are theme park rides, right? I mean, the swooping through the water and all that. It's almost like, oh, I'm on vacation, you know? It's like a really pretty screensaver.
Yeah, I mean, Way of Water was just basically half of the movie was just being immersed in the world.
Right.
Yeah, and that was Water, and now we're gonna Fire.
Any comments, Alan, on anything else on or off this list?
I don't even know what else is off this list.